The following is a production of Hometown and Home Country Radio Sports.
Pass in front to Hoagland, finds Eastman coming in, and she drills it home. Eastman powers it through the back row. Good pass to Hoagland. Now Bartolo, big attack, and that time she put it down. Pushed over the net. It just cleared over by Sobek. Golden Bears have Eastman. Eastman, another big attack and another big kill. Gracelyn Eastman has her handprints all over this third set. Hoagland sets it up for Bartolo, brings the punishment, and drops the hammer. Emmy Bartolo goes up high and comes down hard with that kill.
Video streaming on the Algona Radio YouTube channel is brought to you by Kemna Auto Center, an experience you deserve. Algona Municipal Utilities, community owned for community benefit. Iowa State Bank, helping people succeed. PMC Advantage Insurance Services, having the advantage makes all the difference. Algona Frame and Auto Body, we meet by accident. And Electronic Specialties, North Iowa's communication professional since 1961. Now, here's Hometown and Home Country Radio Sports Director, Tyler Lance.
The high school volleyball season arrives in August. It flies by September. Then the month of October turns into a blur as at the midway point of the month, we arrive at postseason volleyball action. Do or die, now or never, win or go home. It all becomes true tonight in the Class 1A Region 1 first round. It is part 3 of the trifecta between the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and North Union Warriors tonight on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube stream. What a long and excellent rivalry between these two teams going back years over the top of Iowa West Conference, and it comes to a head tonight in the first round of the postseason. Bishop Garrigan and North Union meeting for the third time this season. Golden Bears this year in the regular season finished 11-18, 4-4 in the top of Iowa West Conference as they tied for 5th place. North Union 14-9 in the regular season, 5-3 in the top of Iowa West for 4th place in the conference as the Warriors ended the regular season on a 5-match win streak. But you go back, some airtight matches between these two over the years, including this season. North Union defeating Bishop Garrigan 3-2 back on September 16th. Then in the best 2 out of 3 later on in the season, Bishop Garrigan defeated North Union on September 29th, 2-1. So it's been down to the last couple of points just about every time these two teams have matched up. And tonight, we'll see if we do it again here in Armstrong as these two evenly matched schools go at it for a trip to the second round of the postseason as the winner tonight moves on to face St. Ansgar, the number 1 ranked team in Class 1A, on Wednesday night. Right now, we're going to go to a quick interview as we talk to Bishop Garrigan volleyball coach Dave Schnur over the weekend on Saturday as part of the Breakfast with the Coaches program. So we will replay that interview right now and get Coach Schnur's thoughts here on KLGA 92.7 FM. Coming back to Breakfast with the Coaches right now on Hometown Radio KLGA as we're joined on the program by Bishop Garrigan volleyball coach Dave Schnur. Coach, as always, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes today.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, final game of the regular season here for the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears as you take on the Algona Bulldogs in the Crosstown Showdown Tuesday night. Algona ends up coming out on top of that 3-1 as you get that final test before the postseason. Take us through Tuesday night a little bit and some of the things that you felt stood out the most from that night.
You know, I thought we came out and played pretty well. Set 1 went well for us. I didn't think we played great, but we played pretty well and well enough to win that first set. And then as volleyball goes, sometimes you lose momentum, and we lost momentum and could not get that back. I think probably need to credit a lot of that to Algona. We just weren't able. We've been able to do it all year, kind of fight our way through adversity. And, you know, that night we really didn't, and credit Algona to keep putting their pedal to the metal, and they were able to handle us in those last 3 sets.
Coach, after that one wrapped up, kind of a long week of prep here leading into the first postseason match on Monday night, as you guys don't have a tournament this weekend, nor did you have any further matches in the regular season after Tuesday. So how's that time being spent for your team getting ready for the postseason in between that match Tuesday and then Monday night when you have to go out there at North Union?
You know, I think we just kind of got back to a little bit of basics in practice this week. Just worked on some things that we thought we needed to work on, worked a little bit on some serve receive and some passing and our offense, and, you know, just putting things together and just stuff like that. Done some scouting on North Union, getting ready for that match. So, yeah, just typical postseason stuff, and I think things have gone well and really looking forward to Monday.
Yeah, it's such an interesting first-round postseason matchup because these two teams really know about as much as you can know about each other. You've obviously played North Union twice so far in the regular season, both teams winning once. So when you think back to those first two meetings with the Warriors, what were a few things that stood out to you the most about them?
You know, really that first match that we played up in Armstrong, just the atmosphere was really good. I know a couple people from their school commented that was one of their better crowds of the year. I'm sure it'll be the same when we get up there Monday. So, you know, I think both teams played well at times and both teams struggled at times. It was early in the season, and then, you know, we played West Bend over to Triangular, or not West Bend, but we played North Union in West Bend in a Triangular, and we're able to pull that out. So I think we played, 8 sets, and both of us have won 4. I think it's probably a tough draw for both schools. Power indexes were both been playing pretty good volleyball. I think North Union's won 6 of their last 7, and we've been playing pretty good volleyball here down to the end of the year. So I think we're both right now in the top 40. So, this is probably a second-round game when you look at that. That's happening in the first round. So two teams that would probably expect to advance to that second round. So it should be great atmosphere. And, whoever team plays better that night's going to win. And we're really looking forward to the challenge, as I'm sure they are.
We're talking right now with Bishop Garrigan volleyball coach Dave Schnurr. Coach, when he spoke last week, he talked about the fact that this team really always focuses on peaking at the right time when you talk about Bishop Garrigan, and it seems that this year you've played some of your most competitive volleyball in some of your most recent matches. What do you feel are a couple of the areas that the team has maybe taken steps forward to compared to where they were at in the beginning of the season?
I don't know if we showed it off that much in the Algona match, but our serve receive has consistently gotten better all year. Our last night out when we played Newell Fonda and Spencer, we were really outstanding in serve receive. And when we do that, we typically hit the ball pretty well. And I just think that's probably the number one thing. Number two is, early in the year, maybe not so much early in the year, but maybe mid-year, we kind of started to lack a little bit in our communication on the court. I think we've cleaned that up for the most part. All volleyball teams will have that occasionally, but I think we've cleaned that up for the most part and have been much better at that. So I guess I would say those two areas.
Coach, wrapping up the interview by getting back to Monday night and that matchup at North Union, what do you see as one or two of the biggest keys in that for a Golden Bear victory?
I mean, obviously they're going to go to the dime girl, and she's had a great season, and she hits the ball really well. We are going to have to be able to set our block and play defense on her. If we can do that, then I think we have a good chance to put ourselves in position to win that match. We're going to have to serve receive well. I guess that's just always a key for us. If we serve receive and pass the ball, then usually that kind of just gets the other parts of our game going well. We're going to have to stay positive when we know some things are going to happen to us, and everything's just not going to go great. But can we persevere through that and stay positive? That's going to be a key. Their gym presents a problem with their lower ceiling and how the ball bounces off that. I thought when we played there the first time, we struggled with that the first set, and then after that we kind of adjusted. So hopefully that doesn't become an issue for us. And, it's an excuse, but it's one that we have to be ready to play with. So I just think those are probably the keys to the match.
Coach, we're looking forward to seeing Monday night's match at North Union. As always, we appreciate your time today, and we'll talk to you again next week.
All right, thanks for having me, Tyler.
That was Bishop Garrigan volleyball coach Dave Schnurr from over the weekend on Breakfast with the Coaches, as we just replayed that interview for you right here as we lead into the matchup between the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and North Union Class 1A Region 1 first round action. It's coming up after these messages on Hometown Radio KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete.
Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these fine sports boosters.
Erpelding Voigt and Company CPAs, building wealth beyond taxes.
Steyr Ag Aviation, aerial and ground application agronomy services.
Your local Red Power teams in Bancroft, Corwith, West Bend, and Humboldt.
Neil Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Dump It, Kossuth County's local reliable waste service provider for commercial and residential customers.
All bringing you this broadcast on the radio.
The definition of sportsmanship is the quality of showing fairness.
Respect and generosity towards the opposing team and officials.
The things you say and do are a direct reflection of your school and community.
Please stay positive and enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game. Enjoy the game.
We've got more sports boosters making this broadcast possible.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, where everyone counts.
Redding Gravel and Excavating, serving Algona and the surrounding area since 1948.
State Line Cooperative, real people, real pride.
Central Financial Group, where you belong.
Murphy Farm Services, your local Generac and Cummins authorized sales and service center, meeting your ag electrical needs and more.
North Iowa Appliance Center, where they sell the best and service the rest.
All sports club members bringing you this game.
Thank you to these sports boosters, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Weikert Realtors, the 515 Agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Nielsen Trucking, just east of Algona on McGregor Road. Your project is their priority.
Al Lobig Marine in Wesley, your authorized Mercury Repower Center dealer.
The Market, be happy, shop the market.
Reitzel Excavating, unearthing possibilities one dig at a time.
Kossuth Regional Health Center, your home for health care.
Algona Feed Store, home for all your feed needs.
Bring you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio. High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these fine sports boosters.
Prism Wealth Advisors, your roadmap to financial freedom.
AK's Chrome Kitchen, come get you some yum.
Murphy Realty and Management, serving Algona and the surrounding area.
Cook Scrap Iron and Metal, home for all your new steel and metal needs.
Jagger Associates, North Iowa's roofing specialist.
Steyr Flooring, home of the Floorinator.
Thompson Sewer and Drain, your septic specialist.
Jake Engels Electric, shockingly good service.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
We approach tonight's first serve here on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona, 92.7 FM, and the Algona Radio YouTube stream. One final timeout as the national anthem's coming up, and tonight's first serve after this.
We've got more sports boosters making this broadcast possible.
Stroman Family Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Greenfield Spreading and Sales, for all your spreading needs.
J&J Custom Meats in Whittemore, continuing the traditions.
West Bend Community Lumber, your local Marvin and Birch dealers.
West Bend Ford, meeting your service, new and used car sales needs.
Angle Salon, for cuts, colors, hair extensions, and massage therapy.
Bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Thank you to these sports boosters, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Fairway Meat and Grocery, everything's easier, fresher, and faster with Algona Fairway.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
The Algona Manor Care Center, your home away from home with quality care.
Farmers State Bank, a strong history, a bright future.
Iowa Lakes Community College, your community, your college.
PMC Advantage Insurance Services, having the advantage makes all the difference.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
And we welcome you back to Armstrong, Iowa, as the postseason gets underway tonight between the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears and North Union Warriors in Class 1A volleyball. Bishop Garrigan, an 11-18 record this season under the direction of head coach Dave Schnurr. North Union comes in 14-9 under head coach Nicole Hoy. Both teams wearing black uniforms tonight. The Warriors down to our left, they're wearing the black uniforms with white numerals front and back, white Warriors on the front of the uniform, and the Warrior logo on the back. The numerals and lettering outlined in green for North Union. They have black uniform pants as well. Bishop Garrigan is down to our right, wearing the long-sleeved uniforms, the black jersey pants, the black jersey tops, white numerals front and back outlined in gold, the gold and white trim down the side of the uniforms, the Bear logo on both the front and back, and the BG Cross intertwined logo on the sleeves of the jersey. It's the third matchup between these teams of the season, as both teams took one apiece. North Union won 3-2 over Bishop Garrigan in the top of Iowa West match back on September 16th. Bishop Garrigan beat North Union 2-1 in a triangular on September 29th. Overall, North Union 9-7 against Bishop Garrigan dating back to 2014, but a lot of matches that have gone the distance between these two over the years, so it is down to the last point just about every time these two teams match up. Student sections are here, fans are here as well, and always a great environment from North Union High School as we come to you here for the first round of the postseason. Like you mentioned earlier, the winner in this game gets the prize of facing the #1 ranked team in the state, St. Ansgar, who had a first round bye, coming up on Wednesday night to extend that season. So we will see which team comes out of this one and gets the right to play the top ranked team in the state. Down to our left, it's Ainsley Ulrich, the North Union junior, wearing number 16, ready to serve and get us underway tonight. Ulrich, the top of Iowa West leader this year with 42 aces on the season. Ulrich puts the ball in the way, and we are underway here from North Union High School as the ball is in the air. Free ball played over by Tagus for Bishop Garrigan towards the North Union back row. It'll send the defense scrambling of Parsons. Slapped over the net by Colgrove and out of bounds. Colgrove tried that left-handed attack, missed out beyond the baseline, and Bishop Garrigan grabs the first point tonight ahead of North Union at 1-0. That'll bring on their excellent senior Emmy Bartolo, serving from the near side of the court. Walks up and lobs it over the net. Ulrich of the dig for North Union. Here's Hoyt the set. Dime thought about attacking. She'll bump it over with a free ball instead to the Bishop Garrigan side. Hoagland sets. Left side Eastman. Eastman hammers. Eastman puts it down. Diving attempt by Anderson in the back row for North Union. The libero wearing the white uniform for the Warriors and jersey number 1, but couldn't dig that tack out by Eastman. And it's kill number 177 of the season for Eastman, the Bishop Garrigan junior. Eastman missed some time early in the season, but still 4 from the top of Iowa West in kills as the ball to Anderson is misplayed off to the right. Off to the left, that is, I beg your pardon, as it'll be a service ace for Emmy Bartolo. Anderson's pass to the front row went into no man's land, and the Golden Bears on top here 3-0. Bartolo end over on serve. Anderson better pass this time to Hoy. Sets it high in there for Dime. Dime smashes that one home for North Union from the left side. If North Union can do that, they are going to score a lot of points tonight. Briley Dime is a ferocious attacker in that front row for the Warriors. 231 kills in the season coming into tonight. #1 on the top of Iowa West. Hoy line drives the serve over. Bartolo digs for Bishop Garrigan. Collision on the set there for Bishop Garrigan, but they got the ball over to North Union anyways. Dime plays it off the ceiling, and that'll be a Bishop Garrigan point. The ball deflected into the ceiling, ricocheted down to the Bishop Garrigan side, but again, as part of the ground rules, you cannot use the ceiling to deflect the ball over the net. It's got to be going over the net on its own without the help of the ceiling, so that'll be a Bishop Garrigan point, making it 4-1. Well, Golden Bears survived there in spite of Hoagland and Eastman colliding earlier in the point, as Rakai Nielsen, the Garrigan freshman, shoots that one towards the back row, and it's out of bounds. A rare error by Rakai Nielsen, who came into tonight leading the conference with a 98% serve efficiency, but she'll miss one there and make it 4-2 as North Union's down by 2 here of Chloe Anderson serving. The junior libero serves down the line towards Hoagland, near side of the court, centers the ball towards Nielsen. Eastman from the middle, taps it over the net. A nice lunging dig by Hoy for the Warriors. A little confusion there, but Anderson will punch it back to the Bishop Garrigan side. Nielsen sets Eastman, the junior attacks, and Eastman puts down another kill. Right down the barrel for Eastman, and it's 5-2 Bishop Garrigan. Another good set by the Golden Bears, of course. Numerous options as far as settings concerned. Hoagland doing a lot of that early in the season, but with lineup changes for Bishop Garrigan. Rakai Nielsen doing more of that as the year went on. Danker, a line drive serve, dug by Dime in the North Union back row. Hoy gets it back to Dime. Dime flies in for the attack, and that ball's out of bounds, but was it tipped? The officials not in agreement yet. The far side official saying it was tipped. The near side official did not make a signal, and they will say that's a tip by Bishop Garrigan, and that's a North Union point. Boy, if Dime in the back row there on that rotation, you are very happy to get the side out there after 1 point if you're North Union and try to eventually cycle Dime back into the front row. Eastman attacks in the middle, got it blocked right back to her by Walders as the ball flutters back to the North Union side. Hoy will get it over to Ulrich. Ulrich floats it over the top. Peterson slaps it back over for Bishop Garrigan, played by North Union. The left-hander slides over the net by Parsons, kept alive by Garrigan. Eastman hammers, blocked back to her, but the ball is covered by Kate Berkey. Now it's Hoagland for the right side, hits it into the back row. It's off the ceiling. Warriors save the ball, though, and Anderson got the free ball back to Bishop Garrigan. Bartolo up to Nielsen, sets for Eastman. Eastman floats it over the top. That rainbow ball collected in the back row by Anderson. Now Ulrich tries again. Ulrich got it blocked and played over by North Union again. They fished it out of the net. The point is still alive. Eastman attacks again. The block is covered by Anderson for North Union. Hoy will set it up in the middle. Walders smacks it over to the Bishop Garrigan side. Nielsen back sets for Hoagland. Hoagland cross-court attack. Dug out by Hoy for North Union. Anderson pops it up in there to Ulrich, who right-hands it over the net towards Berkey on the Bishop Garrigan side. Nielsen floating it to Eastman. Eastman taps it over the top. It's dug by Hoy for North Union. Ulrich now setting. Parsons attacking, and Parsons deflects it home off the block of Peterson. A marathon point for North Union, and that's the kind of postseason intensity you could expect tonight. Some defensive play there, and North Union comes out for the point. It's 5-4 Bishop Garrigan. Dime shoots that serve to the far side of the court, and that one just stayed in bounds. The officials glancing at each other before making the call. She kept it inside the boundary, and we are tied at 5 apiece off the Briley Dime ace. North Union, they collect a lot of aces. They serve extremely aggressively as Dime rockets it over from the near side, but it goes out of bounds. That's a two-headed coin, though. That'll happen a lot as well. Aces and errors. The first matchup between these teams, that 5-set match back on September 16th, North Union had 17 aces. In the 2-1 Garrigan win on September 29th, Warriors had 11 aces, so double digits both times. And speaking of aces, here's Grayson Eastman sneaking one over the net. It hit the tape, it crawled over, it dropped onto the North Union side, and it's 7-5 Bishop Garrigan. Eastman expanding that game, playing all the way around on the court this season. Her serve will handcuff Anderson in the back row, got it up front to Parsons, pushed over the net by Walders, and Walders missed the corner. She was aiming for that uncovered near side corner on the Bishop Garrigan side, but it is out of bounds, and it's 8-5 Golden Bears. Eastman working her way into a rhythm. Serve goes to Anderson in the middle of the Warrior defense. Coming out to get the ball is Hoy. Got it to Ulrich. Nice play there by Hoy as Ulrich pushes it across. Here's the set for Bartolo. Hammers into the back row. Popped with the air by Dime for North Union. A back set for Hoy. A hit by Parsons with the left hand and popped up by Eastman. Nielsen back to Bartolo. She attacks, but it is dug out by Anderson for North Union. Hoy into the center to Walders. Floats it over the top as Berkey plays it in the Bishop Garrigan back row. Nielsen middle to Peterson. Peterson drills it. Ball deflected into the ceiling by Dime and played again by North Union as Ulrich hits it towards the baseline and it drops in. Ainsley Ulrich snuck that one in. Used almost the entire court, and it's 8-6. There have been a couple of difficult balls into the ceiling so far that the Warriors have had to play, but that's the home field advantage here tonight. The Warriors are used to taking those deflections off the low ceiling. They've taken a couple of hits from the ceiling that maybe other teams couldn't have played, but North Union could because they've seen it so many times. Bartolo pushes the ball across. Hoy tries to keep it out of the net for North Union, but this will be a Bishop Garrigan point. Hoy will get called for the lift, and it's 9-6 Golden Bears. The Golden Bears student section packed in down to our right. Warriors occupying the stage across from us here in Armstrong as Alyssa Hoagland, another very accurate server, sends it over with her left hand. Backpedaling goes Dime for North Union to play it. Ball is sent up front to Ulrich, who punches it over the net. Hoagland over to Tigas. Near side to Bartolo. Bartolo snuck that ball in. She guided it amongst the trees on the North Union side, and it's 10-6 Bishop Garrigan. Golden Bears continuing the accurate serving, over 90% this season. A knuckleball serve by Hoagland, played by Walders in the North Union front row. Hoy on the backside to Ulrich, and Ulrich misfires on the attack. Ulrich just trying to casually hit that one over with the right hand as the Garrigan student section shouts Olay down to our right. It's 11-6. Golden Bears on top. Hoagland, a twisting serve. Price in the North Union back row up front. Ball's blocked by Bishop Garrigan, but out of bounds. Boy, that was a saving play made by Hoy for North Union as Price's pass was off target, but Hoy ventured the whole length of that front row over to the left, was able to keep that ball alive, and then the Garrigan block was sent out of bounds. Walders puts a little mustard on that serve towards the back row, and that one is in play. Bishop Garrigan lets this one go, and it drops in for an ace for Shaylee Walders. One of the 5 juniors on the North Union roster. Warriors 3 seniors, 5 juniors, 5 sophomores on this varsity team. Serve towards Eastman, far side of the court. Good pass to Hoagland up front. Her set is off target, though. Bartolo tries to tap it, but it hit off that upright. It hit the post, and it's 9 points for North Union now. It's 11-9 Bishop Garrigan. Good pass there by Eastman, but that set is too close to the boundary there by Hoagland as Walders rifles that serve over where it's dug out by Berkey. Hoagland sets it up in the middle for Tigas. Tigas tries to flush this one, deflected off the hands of Walders, kept alive briefly by Dime, but the Warriors run out of real estate in the back of the gym, and Bishop Garrigan gets a point back on that early attack by Madeline Tigas. It's 12-9 Golden Bears. Well, before tonight, the training staff was getting Madeline Tigas all taped up and ready to go. Has been dealing with some injuries throughout the course of this season, but in the lineup here for tonight. As the set by Hoy, looking backside for Ulrich. Ulrich hits that one across with the right hand, but she pulled it out of bounds towards the far boundary, and it's 13-9 Bishop Garrigan. Back-to-back points after North Union had cut it to 2. And the sophomore libero, Kate Berkey, wearing the white uniform, sends her first serve of the night over. Price in the back row gets the pass in front to Hoy. Looking behind her for Ulrich, and Ulrich misfires into the net. It's 14-9, Bishop Garrigan. Well, the important thing to note here, again, that kill leader, Briley Dime, she is still in the back row in this part of the rotation. She'll very soon be rotating to the front row, but Bishop Garrigan is trying to get on the run here while Dime is in the back row. Dime receives the serve, got it in front to Hoy, dumped on second contact, saved by Bartolo for Bishop Garrigan, and hit across by Danker. Hoy pops it up in the air, Anderson comes to get it, ball's in the middle, and it is pushed across by Colgrove, but this will be a Bishop Garrigan point. 2 hits called against Colgrove, and it's 15-9. It just feels like Bishop Garrigan has North Union caught in one of the less optimal lineups right now. Warriors really need to side out. Berkey sends it over, far boundary. Dug by Dime for North Union. Set on the backside for Ulrich. Ulrich hits it off the top of the net. Kept alive briefly by Hoy, but it's a Bishop Garrigan point. As North Union never got that ball over the net. It's 4 hits against the Warriors, and it's 16-9. Well, the Warrior crowd is quiet here in this Bishop Garrigan student section. They are roaring as a timeout is called by North Union. 16-9 Bishop Garrigan, and all the momentum on the Golden Bears side early in this Class 1A Region 1 matchup. We'll come back in 30 seconds after this on KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio. Brought to you by these fine sports boosters.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons, proud to serve area athletes.
Hy-Vee, use your Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fuel your car.
Miller Construction, proud supporter of area athletes.
Iowa State Bank, helping people succeed.
Premier Pizza, your locally owned pizza place in Algona.
Algona Municipal Utilities, community owned for community benefit.
Farm Bureau Financial Agents Dave Beisch and Daniel Fote.
All bringing you this broadcast on Hometown Home Country Radio.
Bishop Garrigan has the North Union crowd sitting on their hands here in set number 1. It's Bishop Garrigan 16, North Union 9. All momentum on the Golden Bears side of 5 points in a row as a timeout was forced by North Union head coach Nicole Hoy. And Kate Berkey, the Bishop Garrigan sophomore, will angle her way to the line for another serve. Arcs it over, it's dug by Dime. That ball is almost overpassed. Hoy tried to keep it out of the net, but it's a Bishop Garrigan point. Hoy did every effort she could to keep that ball out of the net, but couldn't get any air underneath that as she had to lean that body back, reach all the way to the net, try to stay out of the net, and somehow set that ball. No chance there. Price receives the serve, passes it to Hoy, sets backside for Ulrich. Ulrich pushes it down the line. Right there, Eastman for Bishop Garrigan. Eastman, though, with a fluttering ball that does not get over the net, and it's a North Union point to break up the 6-0 Bishop Garrigan run. 17-10 Golden Bears. That's one of those tweener hits there by Eastman. The front row players didn't know, is that one going over? Should we play this? What do we do? Ulrich serves towards the near side, popped up in the air by Eastman. Ball's in the ceiling. Berkey stays with it, and Danker flushes that one across. It is Hoy setting for North Union. Dime parachuting in for the attack. A diving dig by Berkey for Bishop Garrigan. Hoagland bumps it over to Eastman, who pushes it back row for North Union. Ulrich pass up front. Hoy kept out of the net and punched over the net by Price. Good defense by North Union. Bartolo floats it the other way. Price is able to cover the ball for the Warriors. Hoy in the middle to Colgrove. Colgrove smashes it off the block for a North Union point. 17-11 Bishop Garrigan as the Warriors try to fight back into it. That's the left-handed attack of the senior Macy Colgrove. Those blockers, you're so used to blocking right-handers. It's a slightly different angle coming off of Colgrove's hands on that approach as Danker will hit and misfire on the attack. Ball does not get over the net, and the Warriors have reeled off 3 points in a row to make it 17-12. Ulrich at the top of Iowa West, ace leader. Sends a rocket ball towards Eastman near side. Got it up to Hoagland, now to Danker. Danker brings down the hammer, punched by Price, ball's in the net, but the Warriors can't fish this one out. Big attack there by Allison Danker. The senior allows Bishop Garrigan to go side out and make it 18-12. The Golden Bears student section claps going down beneath us once again. Bartolo serves near side of the court. Ulrich passes a little off target, sends Hoy on an odyssey. Hoy hit it over the net, and it is flushed by Madeline Tagus. 19-12 Bishop Garrigan. Warriors do have to straighten out that initial pass. They're taking that first ball off the Bishop Garrigan serve, and they are sending Hoy all over the place on the court. 19-12 Golden Bears. Knuckleball serve. Diving attempt by Anderson, but she can't fish it out. 20-12 Golden Bears. A well-placed serve by Emmy Bartolo, floating that one over the front row, sending Anderson sprawling out of the North Union back row, and it's Garrigan by 8. Anderson receives the service. She came up a step this time. Hoy sets for Dime. Dime tries to float it over, but Tagus says no, no, no. Madeline Tagus slams the door, and it's 21-12. Dime was just going for the tip there, didn't have an angle to take a big swing, but Madeline Tegas read that play the whole way as the Garrigan sophomore picks up the block. 21-12, Bartolo arcs it over and mishandled by Anderson. It's off her hands and out of bounds, and it's all Bishop Garrigan here in set one, 22-12. The Bartolo serving continues to baffle the North Union defense. Sets up on the far side this time. Bartolo serves near side of the court. Ulrich deflects it sideways. Price will have to get it to Dime. Dime hits it across. Bartolo up front to Hoagland. Bump set for Eastman. Eastman hammers. Deflected at the net. Pinball backwards, but pushed across by Anderson. Berkey to Hoagland on the Garrigan side. Looks for Tegas. Tegas floats it over the top. Near the boundary, played by Anderson. Hoy looking for Dime. Dime flies in and hammers that into the hardwood. Absolutely forceful for the North Union senior, and it's 22-13. That felt like it should have been worth more than 1 point, but alas, North Union gets the serve back, but damage has been done by the Golden Bears, a 9-point advantage. The sophomore Hoy sends the serve over. Tegas in the back row, runs into Bartolo. Berkey keeps a ceiling ball alive, and Danker pushes it across. Ulrich up to Hoy, looking for Dime. Dime again, smashes that one, but it's blocked. The double block of Tegas and Danker, and it's 23-13, Bishop Garrigan. Well, you heard Coach Schnur talk in that interview we played before tonight, how when Bishop Garrigan played here early in the regular season, they had trouble with the balls in the ceiling. Tonight, though, Garrigan is playing the ceiling balls extremely well. That's something you can only do by experience in this shorter North Union gym as far as the ceiling is concerned. Colgrove pushes it to the Garrigan side. Bartolo to Nielsen, setting for Eastman, and she can't put it down as Ulrich digs in the back row. Ball sent over to Price, to Dime that is, who punches it across. Down the middle, Danker. Danker, big hammer, blocked out of bounds. That was a block in the middle by North Union, but that ball was hit with such force by Danker that it rocketed over to the near side where the scoring table is set up, and it's 24-13 Golden Bears. Nielsen serves the knuckleball far side of the court. Up to Dime, she'll push it across. Bartolo to Nielsen, here comes Graceland Eastman. Eastman smashes that one home! 25-13 Bishop Garrigan. They come out on the road and make a statement in set number one. North Union will try to regroup. We'll come back to Armstrong, Iowa for set number two after this on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Elko Radio YouTube channel.
We've got more Sports Club members making this broadcast possible on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Good Samaritan Society Algona, senior housing and services rooted in God's love.
Algona Dairy Queen, happy tastes good.
Engineered Farm Drainage, specializing in drainage tile solutions. Visit them on Facebook or engineeredfarmdrainage.com.
Sportsman's Corner, your power sports headquarters. Can-Am and Honda side-by-sides, ATVs, and motorcycles.
Farmers Co-op of Addison and Algona, offering Kent feeds for your livestock projects.
Schindler Lawn Care and Landscaping, 515-320-3840. Thank you to these sports boosters bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Capacious Brothers Incorporated, Pioneer Seed.
Flipside in Laverne, open 7 days a week, dine in or carry out.
Advanced Drainage Systems, our reason is water.
Feed Mill Coffee Company, Algona's locally owned coffee shop.
Billy Offerman, your Algona State Farm agent.
Snap-on Tools, the most valued tool storage solutions in the world.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
And we welcome you back to North Union High School here on Hometown Radio KLGA and at the Elko Radio YouTube live stream. This Class 1A Region 1 first round, set one going to the Golden Bears by a final count of 25-13. Boy, once the Golden Bears got the momentum there, they never gave it back. It was 11-9 in favor of Bishop Garrigan early in that set. And from that point on, Bishop Garrigan closed extremely hard with a 14-4 scoring run over North Union to take command of the set and roll to a set number one victory. But as we know, just because you win one set by a lot, that doesn't mean it carries over to set number two. You've got to keep that momentum going. Even though you won by 12 points, it still only counts as one win. So Bishop Garrigan will try to continue this excellent serving, and North Union will try to get that passing game on track. Boy, some trouble on the serve receive for the Warriors tonight. We'll see if they have that adjusted here in between sets, as Kate Berkey, the Bishop Garrigan sophomore, will get us started in set two. Serves to Anderson on the North Union side. She'll find Hoy. Here comes Dime attacking. Blocked by Bishop Garrigan. It's Danker and Tegas along the far side. And an early frustration here for Briley Dime, who's been blocked a couple of times tonight. The Bishop Garrigan blockers are looking at number 8, trying to find out where she is at all times and sending as many people as he can her direction. Berkey end over end serve. Anderson gets the pass in front to Hoy. Looking in the middle this time to Colgrove. Left-handed attack, but that one ripples into the net. An attack error for North Union, and it's 2-0 in favor of Bishop Garrigan. Last time these teams met, Graceland Eastman had 16 kills for the Golden Bears. Bradley Dime, 23 for North Union. That was actually the first meeting between these teams back on September 16th. As Hoy sets for Dime. Dime jumps in, she hammers it down, and North Union is on the board. Every time Dime attacks, it feels like there's an indentation on the court where the ball landed. It's 2-1 Bishop Garrigan after the big kill by Dime. And that triangular with North Union, West Bend Mallard, and Bishop Garrigan. Dime had 11 kills in that one to pace North Union. Hoy, the sophomore, serves towards Berkey, deflected backwards. Bartolo tries to get the ball up front to Tigas, who plays the free ball to North Union. Ulrich up front to Hoy, looks backside for Parsons, and Parsons able to guide this one over the net, deflects off the tape and drops over, and we are tied at 2 apiece. Couple southpaws in that North Union front row with Colgrove, number 14, and Parsons, number 9. Colgrove, the senior, Parsons, the sophomore, as Hoy serves near side to Eastman. Narrowly avoided the ceiling, got it to Hoagland. The attack by Tigas is blocked back by North Union, and the Warriors rip off 3 points in a row to make it 3-2. That time it's North Union to play some excellent defense, good blocking in the front row against Bishop Garrigan. And Hoy will try to keep this early momentum going. Warriors this year in the regular season, 192 aces. Most is a team in the top of Iowa West as Bartolo plays this serve. Finds Hoagland now to Danker. Danker hammers, ball is blocked, but it is out of bounds. It was Parsons and Colgrove setting up along the near side to try to stuff that one, but the block attempt flutters outside of the near boundary, and we are tied at 3 apiece. Bartolo, who baffled North Union with her serving in set 1, serves this one. Warriors play it well. It's an attack by Dime, and Dime spins it off the block attempt of Bishop Garrigan. 4-3 in favor of North Union. Dime able to put a little English on that one, and that may be an adjustment as well for the Warriors. Coach Hoy telling Bradley Dime, hey, don't just hit it directly into their block. Try to spin it a little bit. As Anderson floats the serve over. Here's the set in the middle for Danker. Danker can't put it down as Anderson deflects it sideways. Dime somehow guided that ball between the posts. Tagus sends it back, but North Union kept it alive as Hoagland sets for Eastman. Eastman drills it to the back row, and Eastman kept that one in play. She plants it just inside of the boundary, and we are tied at 4 in the second set. Couple of fluttering hits that were sent over the net on the first try for both teams on that point, but some good defense being played there as Rakai Nielsen will serve for Bishop Garrigan. The Golden Bear freshman wearing jersey number 12, serving right to left as she arcs the ball over the net. Anderson up to Hoy for North Union, looks backside for Dime from the right side this time. She hammers it off of Eastman's hands and out of bounds. That time Bradley Dime did hit it straight at the blockers, and it didn't matter as it's 5-4 in favor of North Union. Dime will serve coming out of this North Union point. Takes a couple steps forward, serves towards the corner, and that ball is out of bounds. Didn't miss by much, but that's an easy call there for the official along the near side because he is standing right on the corner, and that ball nearly took out his legs, and he said, well, that ball was about to hit me. It's probably out of bounds because my feet are out of bounds. We are tied at 5 here as Danker, a big all-or-nothing server, sends a line drive over. Anderson over to Dime, now in the middle of the Wallers, had to look for the ceiling there. She plays the free ball back to Bishop Garrigan. Nielsen to Eastman. Eastman taps it over to North Union. Dime in the back row, gets it up front to Hoy. Here comes Ulrich from the left side. Ulrich to the back row, popped up in the air, and played over the net by Hoagland. Ulrich gets it over to Hoy, now looking left side to Parsons. Parsons can't put it down as the dig is made by Danker, but then in the front row, miscommunication as Peterson and Nielsen got caught looking at each other for Bishop Garrigan and did not take that second ball. It is 6-5 in favor of North Union. Olivia Price, the senior, is in here to serve. Standing right underneath the basketball hoop down to our left as the Warriors are up by 1. Price smacks that serve over where it's dug by Berkey. A back set by Nielsen, an attack by Hoagland. Tried to stick it, but it's punched over by Ulrich for North Union after the block attempt. In the middle, Peterson. Peterson hammers. That ball shoots over the net. Hoagland hits it back over, but kept alive by Hoy. But then it floats along the net and drops in. Hoy made that first touch off the Hoagland swing, but when that ball fluttered laterally along the net, Walters had to look at that and see if it would go over or not. She thought it was going to go over, so she didn't touch it, but it landed on the Warrior side as Eastman serves. Dime digs, finds Hoy. Hoy making a nice play, setting for Walters. Bishop Garrigan tips and then covers the block as the ball tapped back over by Bartolo, dug in the front row by Ulrich for North Union. Hoy in the middle of the Walters. She'll shoot it across right into the path of Eastman. Overpass by Eastman though, and Walters is going to flush this one on the Bishop Garrigan side. 7-6 North Union. We've seen a few more overpass balls on both these teams here in set 2. So those front row players have to stay alert and get ready to punish that. as Walters rockets a serve into the net. Error on North Union, and we're tied at 7 in the second set. Set 1 going to the Golden Bears, 25-13. And thus far, even play in set 2. As the southpaw Hoagland will reload the chamber and fire on the serve. Floats it over the net. Price passing up front to Hoy. Looks on the right side to Ulrich, who pushes it across. Bartolo for Garrigan to Hoagland, back to Bartolo. She parachutes in for the attack. It's tipped, and Dime able to cover the blockers. In the middle, it is Colgrove. Big attack. It's blocked back by Peterson. Kept alive by North Union as they wait for it to come out of the ceiling. Anderson plays it over to Bishop Garrigan. Here's the set for Bartolo. Left side attack. Dug by Anderson in the Warrior back row. Price, a ceiling ball. It's pinballing around. Played by Dime. It's in the ceiling again, and the Warriors can't return it. That time the ceiling was the enemy of North Union. 2 of those 3 touches were into the ceiling, and there was nothing the Warriors could have done about that. As Bishop Garrigan inches ahead by 1, 8-7. Bishop Garrigan senior Hoagland fires. The serve flutters near side of the court. Hoy setting for Ulrich. She'll push it down the line. A nice dig by Eastman near the boundary. In the center, Bartolo finds Peterson. Peterson smashes that one into the boundary, but she sends it out of bounds. Look at over there, Coach Hoy for North Union, as that ball comes right onto the North Union bench, and we are tied at 8 apiece. Here's Ulrich for North Union, firing into the back row, and it is missed by Eastman. 9-8 in favor of North Union. Looked like Bishop Garrigan was a little bit confused getting lined up there against the Ulrich serve. Not much chance to play defense on that. 9-8, a line drive serve, this time popped up to the ceiling by Eastman. Hoagland will bump it over to Tigas, who plays the free ball to North Union. Ulrich in the back row, gets it up front to Hoy. Looks outside to Dime, and Dime hits it into the net. An opportunity there for Dime, but the timing between the set and the spike, it was off. Dime maybe jumped a little bit too early there, as it's 9-9. Bishop Garrigan gets the serve back with Kate Berkey. Berkey spins the ball in her palm. She'll send it under over end, tumbling onto the North Union side. Hoy with the set, Dime with the attack. Dime hangs in the air and punishes that ball. 10-9 North Union. Once again, Dime appeared to jump too early, but she somehow levitated from the left side, hung in the air an extra half second, and smacked that ball down in a perfect spot to make it 10-9 Warriors. Hoy, who had some success serving in the first set, trickles that one over the net. Eastman pops it into the ceiling, played by Hoagland, and then deflected over by Tigas for Bishop Garrigan. The set by Hoy, and then the hit into the net by North Union. Everything off there offensively for the Warriors on that possession, as it was confusion between Colgrove and Dime in the front row as to who should play that ball and what kind of ball they should send back to Bishop Garrigan. Ulrich receives the serve, set by Hoy. Dime flies in. She got it blocked, and that one's going to stick on the North Union side. Danker and Tigas once again coming right after Briley Dime, and it's 11-10 Golden Bears with back-to-back points. Emmy Bartolo down to our right. Serves near side of the court, arcs it over. Anderson in the back row, pops it into the ceiling. Boy, Warriors kept that alive with Parsons. And then Colgrove plays the free ball to Bishop Garrigan. Hoagland backhanding for Tigas. Tigas punishes that ball down onto the Warrior court. 12-10 Golden Bears. They're getting in a rhythm once again here as we're in the second set. This is the time to watch out if you're North Union. This is about where Bishop Garrigan pulled away last time, and it was with Bartolo serving as she twists it over the net. Anderson finds Hoy and is pushed across by Dime. Tigas sets it over to Eastman for Garrigan, and Eastman splits 2 defenders in the back row on the kill. 13-10 Golden Bears. I know it's early, but I might be thinking timeout here if I'm North Union. You do not want to let set 2 get away here and fall behind 2 on your home court. 3-point Garrigan lead. Fluttering serve Bartolo. The nice dig by Anderson. Hoy sets it up for Colgrove. Colgrove smashes that ball, but it is deflected by Bishop Garrigan. Hoagland left hands the ball over the net. Hoy with the dig, centers the ball to Anderson. And now it is Parsons left-handing it over the net, but it is blocked by Danker, and North Union can't return it. 14-10. Danker read that one the whole way. And this Garrigan defense just stifling here in the latest moments of the second set. Bartolo rainbows it over the net. Parsons overpassed the ball, and that ball is forced over the net by Danker. That was going to be a sparring match right at the net. The senior Danker wins it, and North Union will ask for a timeout. 15-10 Bishop Garrigan will break for a timeout as well. Set number 2 from North Union High School and on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
We've got more Sports Boosters bringing you this broadcast.
Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
American Glass for all your glass needs. Think American.
Algona Frame and Auto Body. We meet by accident.
Algona Livestock. Sales every Monday.
Farm and Home Services. View their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Holmes Animal Clinic. Animals large and small, they love them all.
The Water Connection. From softeners to bottled water and service. Call 295-SOFT.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
North Union going back to the drawing board. Warriors down 1-0 against Bishop Garrigan, and the Golden Bears with a 15-10 advantage in set number 2. It's a 6-0 scoring run right now, being engineered by the Bishop Garrigan attack, led by Emmy Bartolo. The serve is setting the tone for everything, and then swarming defense that's just stifling the North Union hitters. That's been the key to this latest run by the Golden Bears, as Bartolo will await ready to go from the officials. 1-0 Golden Bears as they lead 15-10 in the second set. Bartolo serves a little low. Parsons barely dug that one off the top of the hardwood, and the free ball played over by Anderson for North Union. Hoagland sets right side for Tagus. Tagus cross-court attack in the ceiling by Hoy. That ball pinballs around, and we've got a souvenir heading into the crowd. 16-10 Bishop Garrigan. An excellent attack by Madeline Tagus. That ceiling ball almost saved North Union briefly, but they could not rescue the point as the Golden Bears are up by 6. Serve just trickled over the tape. Hoy will set up for Dime. Dime punches it down the line. Bartolo along the boundary will find Hoagland. Gets the ball towards Eastman. Eastman flushes that ball for a Bishop Garrigan kill. Ulrich tried to make the dig along the near side perimeter, but Eastman smokes that one over the net, and the Golden Bears are up 17-10. Boy, Warriors are just desperate to get number 3, Emmy Bartolo, off the line here and have someone else serve as Anderson gets it up front to Hoy. Pushed across the net by Colgrove. Bartolo finds Hoagland, setting it up for Danker. Danker smacks it into back row, played by Ulrich for North Union, and Dime in the middle will float this one across. Hoagland sets up backside for Tagus. Tagus an attack, stuffed to the net, but pushed back across by Danker. A hit over the net by Colgrove, and Bartolo can't dive and save it in the back row. As Colgrove gets the Warrior point, a much-needed breath of fresh air, and they finally get Emmy Bartolo away from the serve. But they have dug themselves a hole now, 17-11, as Bishop Garrigan's holding the shovel over on their side. Anderson arcs this one over the net, dug by Tagus. Centered by Hoagland and pushed across by Bartolo. Scrambling down to the back rows, Ulrich to make the play. Now it is Dime on the far side, smashes that attack off the block attempt. Once again, it's Tagus and Danker trying to shadow Briley Dime. That time, though, she hit that one forcefully enough where the blocked ball went into the stage just about where the student section is situated. Anderson serves from the near corner, dug by Bartolo. Hoagland sets middle for Danker. Danker hammers, but it's blocked right back in her lap. It is Wallers and Dime in the middle there to set up the block for North Union, and the Warriors getting exactly what they need here, 3 points in a row. 17-13. Anderson with that shin taped up on the right leg, sends the serve over the net. Tagus ducks out of the way, and that serve just lands out of bounds. That serve is about 6 inches less far. That is a North Union point, but instead 18-13 Bishop Garrigan. And this is why it's tough when you go up against the Golden Bears. You have Bartolo serving, and then she's followed immediately by Rakai Nielsen, another excellent server. Nielsen rainbows this one over the net. Ulrich gets it up front to Hoy, looking right side for Dime. Dime through a changeup with the Garrigan defense, and she's able to force this one over the net. 18-14 off the Dime kill. She went for the big swing that time, but only hit the ball with her fingertips. So that time the timing was off for the Garrigan blockers. They jumped a little bit too early and couldn't stuff Dime that time. Dime twists the serve over, dug by Hoagland, shoots it over to Nielsen on the far side, and Eastman plays the free ball across to North Union. Hoy sets it up on the right side, pushed over by Parsons. Berkey for Garrigan to Nielsen, short set for Danker. Danker will misfire on the attack. Didn't get enough trajectory on that one, and it'll be a 4-hit call against Bishop Garrigan. 18-15. North Union working their way back into it after getting down by 7. 5 of the last 6 points going to North Union to make it 6 out of 7. Briley Dime aces that serve as Garrigan let it go, thinking it was going out. It was not. And the Warriors sniffing a little momentum here, trying to steal away set 2 from the Golden Bears. Dime offers up the serve towards the back row, and that time she got a little too much on it. Out of bounds, 19-16 Bishop Garrigan. Just a quick scoring update. Over on our sister station, KLGZ Radio, West Bend Mallard is playing GTRA, also in this Region 1 bracket, as the serve is overpassed by North Union, and it's flushed. Peterson for Bishop Garrigan makes it 20-16. West Bend Mallard up 2-0 over GTRA with wins of 25-18 and 25-7. Over on the other side of this Region 1 bracket, so the Wolverines trying to make quick work of their conference foe Titans as the serve is sent out of bounds by Danker. was trying to plant the one right on the baseline, but just a bit too far, and it's 20-17. Here in Armstrong, it's 1-0 Bishop Garrigan after taking the first set 25-13 and now trying to hold off a Warrior charge late in this second set as Price, the big miss, pulled the serve out of bounds to the far side, and Bishop Garrigan's up by 4, 21-17. Graceland Eastman, the junior, down to our right, a step towards the right side of the court, serves down the middle to Price, or to Dime that is. It is set by Hoy. The attack by Walters does not go down as Garrigan scrambles a bit here, and it's hit by Peterson into the net as Garrigan never gets it going offensively on that point. Warriors get one back here to make it 21-18. The junior Shaylee Walters sets up on the basketball baseline. Walters sends the serve right down the chute to Eastman. Line drives it up to Hoagland. A bump set for Bartolo. Deflected on the attack by North Union. Hoy will look for Ulrich left side. Ulrich hammers, but she hit that one way too hard out of bounds. Ulrich was going for a big-time kill shot there, and that one was almost all the way to the basketball baseline as it's 22-18 Bishop Garrigan. Alyssa Hoagland serving right now. The Garrigan southpaw sends it over. Anderson gets it up front to Hoy for North Union. Looks right side for Ulrich. Ulrich hammers this one again, and it is out of bounds again. And you can just feel the tension on the North Union side right now. They are trying to just hammer everything at 110% intensity. And the pressure now resulting in a 23-18 Garrigan lead. Serve to Anderson. Hoy will set it up, looking for Colgrove. Colgrove left-handed attack, and she wipes it off the block. Colgrove puts a little spin on that, and it's 23-19 as the Warriors try to keep their head above water in this second set. Ainsley Ulrich, an aggressive server, but does she take a little off it here? No, she does not. She line drives it into the net, and it's 24-19 Bishop Garrigan. Golden Bears 1 point away from a 2-0 lead on the road. Berkey to try to finish the second set. Offers up the serve, it's into the net, and it does not deflect over. Warriors stay alive for another point. It's 24-20. A 4-point lead when you only need 1 point to get should feel safe if you're Bishop Garrigan, but here against North Union, it doesn't seem to feel that safe, especially with Hoy serving right now. Hoy arcs it over. Berkey plays it in the back row. Hoagland comes out to get the ball. Looking for Danker. Danker hammers. Block is covered by Hoy for North Union. Anderson bumps it up in there for Dime. Dime takes charge and hits it over the net. Eastman, and everyone converges for Garrigan, and the ball lands on their side of the court. Danker was moving towards the ball, then tried to get out of the way of her setter, but Danker almost ran a little screen there on the Garrigan side and screened off Hoagland from getting that ball. It's 24-21. North Union down by 3. Serve just got over the net. It's dug by Eastman. It's a ceiling ball. It didn't touch anything as Hoagland stayed with it. That ball squeezed between the rafters, and a free ball played to North Union. Hoy for Dime. Dime down the line. Berkey dives, but she can't save it. The kill by Briley Dime, and North Union with a couple of big points. Timeout by Coach Dave Schnurr and the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears. It's 24-22 as North Union trying to work their way back into this one. Well, a lot of times you talk about rest versus rust. How did the team end the regular season, and how are they playing heading into the postseason? And all that applies to North Union. You look at their final regular season matches. 9 days ago was the last time the Warriors played. They went to the North Iowa tournament, and to their credit, they went 4-0 at that tournament, but you just wonder about that 9-day layoff and how it affected set number 1 in that Garrigan win. Now, here in set 2, late in the second set, we're finally seeing the Warriors play volleyball the way that we're used to seeing them play, but can they avoid an 0-2 deficit? 24-22, a twisting serve, it just grazed over the net. Bartolo deflects, Berkey gets the ball to Tigas, and the free ball is played back to North Union. Anderson to Hoy, sets for Dime, look out, Dime crushes that ball, oh, and it's blocked, it is blocked by Bishop Garrigan, and the Golden Bears win the second set. They hang on, 25-22. The ball was blocked back into Briley Dime's lap. She tried to deflect it over on the second attempt, but it did not clear over the net, and the Golden Bears are up 2-0 on the road. 1 win separating Bishop Garrigan from a date with St. Ansgar. They'll try to close out North Union in the third set coming up after this on KLGA 92.7.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these fine sports boosters.
Erpelding Voigt and Company CPAs, building wealth beyond taxes.
Steyr Ag Aviation, aerial and ground application agronomy services.
Your local Red Power teams in Bancroft, Corwith, West Bend, and Humboldt.
Neil Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric.
Dump It, Kossuth County's local reliable waste service provider for commercial and residential customers.
All bringing you this broadcast on the radio. We've got more sports boosters making this broadcast possible.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, where everyone counts.
Redding Gravel and Excavating, serving Algona and the surrounding area since 1948.
State Line Cooperative, real people, real pride.
Central Financial Group, where you belong.
Murphy Farm Services, your local Generac and Cummins authorized sales and service center, meeting your ag electrical needs and more.
North Iowa Appliance Center, where they sell the best and service the rest.
All sports club members bringing you this game.
As we come back to North Union High School, it's Bishop Garrigan 2, North Union nothing in this first round postseason matchup. Golden Bears took the first set 25-13. They staved off a late North Union rally to win it 25-22 in the second set. Well, if you're watching at home, we appreciate you tuning in here on the Algona Radio YouTube stream. If you're here at the gym and you're watching this matchup, you're seeing some high intensity action as well. And well, if you're missing out on this one, you're not hearing my message, but you are always missing out on some high intensity when Bishop Garrigan meets North Union. We know Beanie Bodie's missing out on our matchup here tonight. He may be watching or listening at home, but he couldn't make it here tonight. But the good news is Beanie's actually learning how to ride the unicycle and juggle at the same time. He actually told me he'll be showing off that trick at the next pumpkin patch coming up this weekend, so you can ask Beanie about that next time you see him. So while he works on that and listens to tonight's broadcast, we will start here set number 3 as Ainsley Ulrich serves for North Union. Eastman pinballs it up front to Hoagland for Garrigan. That ball smashed by Danker as she belts it over the net. And it'll be a net violation against North Union. 1-0 Bishop Garrigan with a little emphasis to start off set number 3. And here's Emmy Bartolo trying to establish the early Bishop Garrigan lead. Line drives the serve to Anderson. Got the good pass that time to Hoy. Sets for Dime. Dime attacks. The ball's blocked, but it shoots out of bounds. Right idea for Bishop Garrigan, but Dime off the beautiful set by Hoy. That time, just good execution by North Union. A good initial pass. That made it easy for Hoy to set Dime, and then Dime on the outside, when she gets a ball like that, she is going to punish it. So they get Emmy Bartolo off the line here, and then the serve by Hoy is mishandled by Bartolo and out of bounds. Hoy makes it 2-1 North Union. Hoy has been the #1 forward on the side of Bishop Garrigan as far as players serving for North Union are concerned, as Hoy sends it end over end. A diving dig by Berkey for Bishop Garrigan. Danker pops it up in the air, and Eastman free balls it to North Union. Ulrich up front to Hoy, looking for Parsons, hits it into the back row where it's played by Bartolo. Pinballed by Danker, back to the back row of Bartolo as she'll free ball to North Union. Hoy sets for Dime. Dime hammers it right down Main Street and kills for North Union. 3-1 Warriors as they're starting to play a little bit sharper. We saw towards the end of set 2, it was too little too late, but now is that carrying over here to the third set? So far, 3-1 Warriors. A knuckleball serve, played by Bartolo. Hoagland comes out to get the ball, looking for Eastman. Eastman taps it over. It's sent back by Parsons, and it's a North Union point. A good block by Parsons, and Bishop Garrigan falls behind 4-1 to begin the third set. A lot of long matches between these teams over the years. A 9-7 North Union advantage over the Golden Bears dating back to 2014 as Hoagland centers the ball towards Danker. Danker hammers, but it's out of bounds beyond the baseline. It is 5-1 North Union, and this is what you often see in a third set, especially in the postseason when it's 2-0. A team with their back against the wall, fighting and scrapping to stay alive and continue the season a little bit longer. Hoy serves backward to Bartolo, played it overhand as Tagus had to save that ball, and Berkey gets it over to North Union. Hoy sets it across for Dime. Dime flies in and wipes it off the block. Dime trampolined in to hammer that home, and it's 6-1 North Union. They are maxing out here for the sophomore Samantha Hoy serving. Bishop Garrigan is having a little trouble with the serve receive. That passing game coming off this serve. End over end serve. Bartolo deflects it over to Tagus. Gets the ball back middle to Berkey and plays the free ball over to our left to North Union. Anderson bumps it in the middle to Colgrove. Colgrove got blocked by Danker. Warriors go scrambling for the ball to try to save it, but they cannot as Danker blocks in the middle, right on that green NU logo at midcourt, and it's 6-2 as Bishop Garrigan down by 4 right now. Warriors really went after Emmy Bartolo on that serve. and forced one of Bishop Garrigan's best attackers to play some defense as Nielsen sends that serve dropping into the lap of Ulrich for North Union. Ball to the center to Dime as she'll play it down the line. Far side of the court, here comes Hoagland, smashing that one over, but it's blocked back by North Union. The scramble as the ball is kept alive by Bartolo, and Berkey free balls over the North Union side. Hoy sets it up for Dime, Dime left side, big attack by Dime, and she hammers it home off the block. 7-2 North Union. Boy, and again, you give Dime a good ball, she is nearly unstoppable. And that is what Bishop Garrigan knew coming into tonight. And now North Union is finally starting to feed her some more hittable balls as it's arced over the net. Berkey passes a little off target to Nielsen, and Nielsen's set attempt goes out of bounds. 8-2 Warriors, and Bishop Garrigan totally out of sorts to start this third set. Not only that, but the Warriors are just enforcing their will right now. Anderson, end over end serve, tumbles into the lap of Berkey. Finds Nielsen, now Eastman trying to smash this one down. Ball's overpassed by Ulrich back to the Garrigan side. Tapped over on second contact by Ulrich, by Hoagland that is. Now hit over by Parsons for North Union. On the Garrigan side, it's Bartolo overpassing the ball in the middle. It's Walters smacking this one down. Off the Bartolo overpass, Walters makes her pay, and it's 9-2 in favor. Or is it? Are they going to say net violation, North Union? I think they're going to say North Union touched the net, so that is a break for Bishop Garrigan. And that can sometimes happen on those overpass balls. You're looking to go for the kill shot as Danker misfires on the serve and gives one back to the Warriors, 9-3. Momentum did not stick for long on the Garrigan side. And it'll be Dime serving down to our left. Dime smacks this one over the net, and it is hit underneath the net by Berkey, and ace by Dime at a 10-3 North Union lead. And when you're up by 7 here, this is where you can really serve aggressively if you're North Union and really try to hunt out some aces. Low serve, Berkey goes down to the knees to save it, and Peterson plays the free ball to North Union. Walters to Hoy, puts it over on second contact, sends Nielsen backpedaling. Hoagland to Eastman left side. Eastman mistimed the attack, hits it into the net, and the attack error makes it 11-3 North Union. Garrigan on their heels right now, and Coach Schnurr will take a timeout for Bishop Garrigan. It's North Union 11, Bishop Garrigan 3, set number 3 from North Union High School, and on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio. Brought to you by these fine sports boosters.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons, proud to serve area athletes.
Hy-Vee, use your Fuel Saver card. Fill your cart, fuel your car.
Miller Construction, proud supporter of area athletes.
Iowa State Bank, helping people succeed.
Premier Pizza, your locally owned pizza place in Algona.
Algona Municipal Utilities, community owned for community benefit.
Farm Bureau Financial Agents Dave Beisch and Daniel Fote.
All bringing you this broadcast on Hometown Home Country Radio.
As we resume, Alyssa Hoagland taps the ball over the net to the North Union side, sent back over by North Union's Walters as the ball's near the net. Eastman is able to force it over to the Warrior side. Kept alive, though, by North Union. Ball's in the ceiling. Anderson sticks with it and plays a free ball to Bishop Garrigan. Hoagland looking left side to Eastman. Eastman smacks that attack home, and Bishop Garrigan gets a point coming out of the timeout. Score now 11-4 North Union in this third set as the Warriors try to rally back from a 2-0 deficit in this match against Bishop Garrigan. That was a quick timeout by the Golden Bears as Eastman serves over to Anderson. Hoy sets for North Union, looking for Ulrich. Ulrich attacks, but it's blocked by Peterson. That'll make it 11-5 as Garrigan gets back-to-back points out of the timeout. I always call those 1-2-3 lock-in timeouts because the message was really quick. Sometimes your team just needs a quick breath of fresh air, a deep second here to take a breath and get back into it. And not a whole lot of time to make adjustments, but they just took a deep breath, got back out on the floor here, and now have scored 3 points in a row with Peterson hammering a ball down from the middle. 11-6. And we'll see if Garrigan works their way back into this third set after the Warriors took the early 11-3 lead. Someone has to go retrieve that volleyball, rolled out the open door in the gym and down the hallway. That official's been busy tonight. They sent him on a mission to go find that volleyball, but they do. As Eastman serves towards Anderson, hits it straight up in the back row. Dime will get it over to Ulrich from the left side. Hits it end over end back to Bishop Garrigan. Nielsen sets near side for Bartolo. Timing it up, but can't put the attack down as the Warriors now try Ulrich. Ulrich, big attack, and that one well out of bounds. Heading off the padding along the baseline, and it's 11-7 in favor of North Union. And again, this is the part of the lineup. You've got to wait out a couple of side outs here if you're North Union to get Dime back in the front row because She plays all the way around, but she's in the back at this point as the serve is rifled out of bounds by the Golden Bears. An error to make it 12-7. And it's basically just the fact, I mean, Dime is a dominant player when she's in the front row. That's when North Union's offense really functions, and she showed some good defense in the back row as well, but their best lineup has been one that's already been shown so far in this third set. We'll see if Garrigan can take advantage as ball's hit over by Nielsen, and that one sticks on the North Union side. They tried to block that ball that Nielsen hit over from about 15 feet out, but it stays on the Warriors side to make it 12-8. Dime right now in the center of that Warrior back row. Still have a couple of turns of the dial to go before she is back up front. As service sent over by Hoagland. Ball overpassed by North Union. Bartolo gets it middle to Hoagland, looking backside for Tigges. Tigges cross-court attack. Diving attempt by Price, but it's off her hands and out of bounds. Well executed for Bishop Garrigan off the overpass ball. Bartolo in the front row, instead of just hitting it right over on the first ball like he was tempted to do, turned her body sideways, passed the ball to Hoagland, and that allowed Bishop Garrigan to get a good window of opportunity for the sophomore Madeline Tigges. 12-9, a laterally spinning serve by Hoagland, played by North Union. Here comes Walters on the attack. Walters punishes that ball, but hit it too hard. She pulls it out of bounds, and Bishop Garrigan is back in this third set. What a timeout by Coach Schnur and staff. It is 12-10. North Union up by 2. Arcing serve sent over by Hoagland, set by Hoy. Ulrich parachutes in, and Ulrich puts this one down. They tried to block her, but Ulrich spun that one a little bit, and the Warriors go side out to make it 13-10. Again, you've got to survive here for just a couple more turns of the dial and get Dime back up front to where you can really try to extend that lead as the serve shoots off the hands of Eastman and rockets out of bounds. The ace is delivered by Shaylee Walters, and it's 14-10 North Union. And well, if you can serve like that, there's no surviving. There's enforcing your will as the serve is towards the boundary, and it's just out of bounds. So Walters gives an ace, but she also gives an error, and it's 14-11. Tried that same spot, but just a bit far there, and it's 14-11. Berkey for Garrigan, punches this one over the net. Price in the back row got it up front to Hoy. Hoy tried to tap it over on second contact. Ball's on top of the net. Somehow centered by Ulrich, and it's an attempt by Danker, but it's a net violation on Bishop Garrigan. Danker pounded that ball into the hardwood, but the net was touched on the Bishop Garrigan side, and it's 15-11 North Union. A big break for the Warriors. Ulrich serves. Ball's rocketed over by Eastman, set in the middle for Tigges. Big attack doesn't go down initially. Warriors hit it into the ceiling, and a saving play by Dime to guide that between the uprights. Eastman over to Bartolo, smokes the ball across to the right hand, but it's played by the Warriors, and Colgrove pushes it across back to Bishop Garrigan. Berkey overpasses the ball, it's near the net, and it's a Bishop Garrigan point. Net violation on North Union. And now that's a break for Garrigan because it looked like Alyssa Hoagland was about to lift that ball, but instead the Warriors got into the net first, and it's 15-12. Emmy Bartolo serves end over end. Backpedaling goes Anderson for North Union. The set for Dime on the outside. Dime attacks, but it's long and out of bounds. 15-13 now. The Warriors have gotten to the point in the lineup where Dime is back up front, but Garrigan down by just 2 now. And the dangerous Emmy Bartolo serving, deflected around by North Union, pushed across by Colgrove. Bartolo up front to Hoagland, looks backside for Tigges, and Tigges misfires on the attack. Ball's into the net, and the Warriors holding the 3-point margin right now, 16-13. Parsons on the floor for North Union. Price on the bench, and Hoy back to serve. Hoy end over end serve, a diving save by Berkey in the Bishop Garrigan back row. Tigges back to Berkey, and the free ball to North Union. Ulrich almost overpassed that. Hoy kept it out of the net, and it's pushed across by Colgrove for the Warriors. Eastman taps it the other way. Ball is covered by Hoy. Anderson towards Ulrich in the back row, push it across to Bishop Garrigan. Bartolo to Hoagland, near side to Eastman, ball's near the net. It is tipped around and ends up on the North Union side, where Hoy gets it over to Anderson, far side of the court, looking for Dime. Dime flies in, through a changeup to the Garrigan side, but a diving save by Berkey. Eastman hammers it over, sliding save by Ainsley Ulrich, and a free ball played over the net by Colgrove for North Union. Hoagland sets for Garrigan. Here's Eastman attacking. Eastman puts it down! Marathon point, Bishop Garrigan, 16-14. Kate Berkey, a couple of excellent digs on that point, diving in the back row. I was going to make the comment when North Union's serving, if they can force the players in the Garrigan back row to leave their feet to try to make the play, it's always tough to make a good pass off that, but Berkey found a way. The Rakai Nielsen serve received by North Union. Here's a Dime attack, and Dime leaves her handprint on that volleyball and slams it into the Garrigan hardwood to make it 17-14. That set could not have been any more perfect. And Dime finished off the point. Anderson arcs the serve over towards the back corner, and it is just out of bounds. The shadow of that ball may have touched the baseline, but fortunately for Bishop Garrigan, none of the actual leather landed on that white painted baseline in this North Union gym, and it's 17-15, a 2-point margin. Now we will see Emma Garman for the first time tonight. The sophomore sends the serve over. Backpedaling goes Anderson for North Union. Up to the front, played over the net by Parsons. Now it's Nielsen setting for Eastman. Eastman attacks. Can't put it down, though, as the Warriors block it and keep it alive. Now here is an attack by Dime, but it's hit into the net, and it's a 1-point margin, 17-16. Remember, it's a 2-0 Bishop Garrigan lead. Warriors must win this set to keep the season alive. Garman rifles the serve over, and it's mishandled in the back row. We are tied at 17. Dime and Anderson both ended up in sort of the same spot. Dime made the touch there as the ball shoots out of bounds. Garman serves, deflected backwards by Ulrich. Anderson right there for North Union, and the free ball played across by Walders. Garman up to Nielsen, tapped over by Hoagland. Nice job keeping that between the posts. Warriors deflect the ball around, and Ulrich gets the free ball back to Bishop Garrigan. Nielsen sets it up for Eastman. Eastman hammers. Eastman puts it down again! Bishop Garrigan up by 1. They've erased an 8-point deficit, and it's 18-17 Golden Bears. They were down 11-3, seemingly the blink of an eye ago, and all of a sudden this third set has changed in tone dramatically. The serve right to left by Garman, overpass. Peterson hammers as he flushes it. Peterson capitalizes on the overpass ball, and it's 19-17 Golden Bears. The Warriors have let this go a long time without calling a timeout, and they may be regretting that right now. Garman rocket serve just out of bounds. Served it a little long, but Garman comes in and does her job. And Garman now heads to the bench, replaced by Danker. But she put pressure on the North Union defense, and pressure will burst the pipe sometimes. 19-18, Warriors need the momentum back right now. Serve sent left to right by Dime. Kept alive by Garrigan in the back row and pushed across by Peterson. Dime off the dig. Hoy with the set. Arc the attack. And Ulrich sticks us one on the Bishop Garrigan side. We are tied at 19. An important kill by the junior Ainsley Ulrich. Dime. Back again to serve. She fires. Serve sent over to Nielsen. Ball's in the ceiling. Look out. Running around is Hoagland, and Eastman will push it across. Hoagland stayed with that ball well. A set in the middle for Walders. Walders hits it over. Dug by Berkey for Bishop Garrigan. Nielsen setting for Eastman. Eastman wipes it off the block. Bishop Garrigan up by 1. 20-19. Big moments late here from Graceland Eastman. And she's around to serve as well in the lineup. Eastman right hands it towards the net, and it does not get over. Tough time for an error for Bishop Garrigan, and we are tied at 20. It is 2-0 Golden Bears, and Price, the North Union senior, will serve right now. Price into the ball, into the back row where Berkey and Nielsen converge. Berkey plays it. Hoagland to Bartolo. Bartolo's attack out of bounds. Got underneath it, and it shoots out beyond the North Union baseline. Warriors back up by 1, 21-20. Tense moments here in set 3. Price along the far side of the court flutters that ball out of bounds. Boy, she got very aggressive there. First she tried to locate that serve, and an ill-timed miss by North Union. Tied at 21. Remember, gotta win by 2. Alyssa Hoagland arcs the serve towards the near side of the court, right at Price. Hoy saves that ball from going out of bounds, and it's pushed across by Walders. The set by Hoagland, slapped over the net by Tegas for Bishop Garrigan. Now Hoy for North Union, looking over to Walders, curls around, attacks, diving save by Eastman in the back row and kept alive. Centered by Hoagland, and the free ball crossed by Berkey. Here's Anderson, up to Hoy, looking for Walders. Walders slams it. It's out of bounds, but was it tipped? It was not. It was not. It is out of bounds, and it's 22-21 Bishop Garrigan. Another hard-earned point. Postseason intensity as the Golden Bears are trying to close this one out. Hoagland, a twisting serve played by Dime in the back row. She'll find Hoy. Here's Ulrich. Ulrich attacks, and Ulrich puts this one down for North Union. Boy, Ainsley Ulrich with some late moments here from the North Union front row, trying to keep this season afloat. 22-22 tie. Walters with her feet on the basketball baseline. She approaches and sends it over. Eastman makes the play, deflecting it sideways over to Hoagland. Now Peterson cross-court attack, hit into the ceiling by Price, and that one will shoot right back down to the North Union side. That's a ceiling ball the Warriors can't save, as that ball got sped up dramatically after it touched the ceiling, and it's 23-22 Bishop Garrigan. The sophomore Kate Berkey arcs it end over end. Price, who Bishop Garrigan's coming right after on these serves, gets it up front to Hoy. Ball is blocked out of bounds by Bishop Garrigan. Off the attack by Ulrich, and we are tied at 23. 2-0 Golden Bears, but tied at 23 in the third set. Ulrich with a laterally spinning serve, deflected sideways by Eastman. She'll find Hoagland. Now here's Danker, hits it across court, dug by Anderson for North Union, and sent back the other way by Dime. In the back row, Eastman keeps the ball alive. A bump set by Hoagland, a push down the line by Bartolo, back to North Union. Hoy looking for Dime, look out, Dime hammers, dug by Berkey, overpass ball near the net, and the officials don't know what happened. North Union point. 24-23 Warriors, that all happened in the blink of an eye. Warriors have set point. Here's Ulrich to try to finish it off and keep the season alive. Pinball around on the Bishop Garrigan side and pushed across by Danker. Anderson, the North Union dig. Set for Dime. Dime hammers, blocked by the Golden Bears, kept alive by the Warriors. Dime tries again. Cross-court attack, hit out of bounds. It's hit out of bounds. Warriors win the third set, and the season stays alive for North Union. 25-23, Garrigan had them on the ropes, but they couldn't finish them off. We will head to a fourth set from North Union High School and on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Thank you to these sports boosters, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Weikert Realtors, the 515 Agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Nielsen Trucking, just east of Algona on McGregor Road. Your project is their priority.
Al Lobig Marine in Wesley, your authorized Mercury Repower Center dealer.
The Market, be happy, shop the Market.
Reitzel Excavating, unearthing possibilities one dig at a time.
Kasuth Regional Health Center, your home for health care.
Algona Feed Store, home for all your feed needs.
Bring you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio. High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio. Brought to you by these fine sports boosters.
Prism Wealth Advisors, your roadmap to financial freedom.
AK's Chrome Kitchen. Come get you some yum.
Murphy Realty and Management, serving Algona and the surrounding area.
Cook's Scrap Iron and Metal. Home for all your new steel and metal needs.
Jagger Associates, North Iowa's roofing specialist.
Steyer Flooring, home of the Florinator.
Thompson Sewer and Drain, your septic specialist.
Jake Ingalls Electric, shockingly good service.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
Well, folks, you knew matchup between Bishop Garrigan and North Union was not going to end in 3 sets. As these two teams will head to a fourth set, it's 2-1 Bishop Garrigan after the Golden Bears took the first 2 sets, 25-13 and 25-22. North Union hangs on in the third set, 25-23. Now the Warriors had an 8-point lead at one point. Bishop Garrigan rallied. They went up 22-21. All momentum on the Bishop Garrigan side, but a credit to the Warriors. They stayed cool in the late moments, and they will stagger out of the corner to force a fourth set. Sometimes it's like a boxer. You're taking punches, you're in the corner, your vision's blurry and you can barely see, but you just fight your way out of the corner and live to see another day. Live to see another round as Berkey serves right to left on the radio dial, and we're underway in the fourth set. Hoy sets for North Union. The set is behind Dime, who has to just float it over the top. Now Bishop Garrigan has Hoagland setting for Bartolo. Bartolo parachutes in. Can't put it down, though, as the Warriors dig it out. It is Dime punching it down the line. Ball is covered up by Hoagland for Bishop Garrigan, and Bartolo floats it across. Warriors pinball it around, but they got it across with Dime on the save. Bartolo attacks again, dug by Anderson for North Union. They'll find Dime. She'll push it over the top. Diving save by Berkey. Then a Hoagland save. Then a Berkey deflection as the ball's back to the North Union side. Hoy to Anderson. Bumps at Dime. Dime attacks. Deflected and kept alive by the Garrigan blockers. Bartolo attacks back down the line to North Union. Dug by Ulrich for the Warriors. Hoy sets in the middle. Pushed over by Colgrove. And that ball's going to drop in. Colgrove top spun that ball. And it's 1-0 North Union with a hard-fought point to begin the fourth set. I think Bishop Garrigan, the way they were set up defensively, I think they were thinking that was going to be a much stronger attack by North Union. A full swing by Colgrove, but she pulled up there at the last moment and just pushed it over the top. As Hoy twists the serve over the net, Berkey has to make the diving save, and Bartolo slaps this one back to the North Union side. A bump set by Anderson guides Dime towards the boundary. Dime hits it over, but it'll arc out of bounds beyond the baseline. It was down the middle, but it was too strong, and we are tied at 1 in set number 4. Rubber match between these teams, both teams winning once in the regular season against each other. As Bartolo's service played by Ulrich sends Hoy scrambling sideways, but she was still able to set Dime, who punishes that ball into the Bishop Garrigan hardwood for a kill. It is 2-1 in favor of North Union. Warriors would overcome a pass that was off target there as Hoy had to navigate about half the length of that front row to get to that ball, but she still said, hey, I gotta find number 8, and she certainly did. Anderson end-over-end serve received by Bartolo for Bishop Garrigan. Hoagland setting for Eastman. Eastman tried to pound that ball down. We've got a whistle and a stop here. I believe that was a net violation there against North Union as they were getting ready to block Eastman, as the Golden Bears will tack on a point and tie it up at 2 apiece. Bishop Garrigan doing a pretty good job serve receiving tonight. Remember, when these two teams met back on September 16th, Warriors had 17 aces. Much less so far tonight as we play here in the 4th set. Here's a set right side for Dime. Dime drills this ball. It's overpassed by Garrigan, and now can North Union set up some offense. It's Hoy over to Parsons. Parsons trickles this one over the net. Garrigan has it with Eastman. Eastman down the line, and Eastman put that one right inside the boundary. 3-2 Bishop Garrigan. When you can have power and accuracy, that's a lethal combo. And the Golden Bears inch ahead by 1 in set number 4. Jump serve by the freshman Nielsen. Dug by Ulrich along the far side boundary. Set by Hoy, attacked by Walders, blocked by Garrigan, and a diving punch over the net by Rakaya Nielsen. Here is attack by Dime again, and Dime this time spins it off the block. It was Hoagland and Danker going up to try to stuff Dime. I believe it was Hoagland who had the touch on that for Bishop Garrigan. Not much you can do there besides jump in front of Dime and just close your eyes and hope the ball doesn't hit you in the face, as Dime delivers the kill, and now she serves. Tied at 3. Serve near side of the court, dug out by Hoagland. Nielsen right back to Hoagland, who left hands it over to the North Union side. Anderson near the net to Hoy, sets behind her for Parsons. Parsons snuck that ball over the hands of Berkey. Boy, did Bishop Garrigan get caught off guard there by Parsons. That left-handed ball. And Golden Bears out of position defensively. Berkey saw that one just go right over her outstretched arms onto the hardwood. 4-3 North Union. Berkey receives the Dime serve. A set in the middle for Eastman. Blocked back by North Union, and that ball will roll off the arms of Danker and cannot be returned by Bishop Garrigan. 5-3 Warriors. Warriors doing some better blocking in the front row here in the 4th set as well. As Dime rockets this ball over the net. Berkey, a good pass this time to Nielsen. Looks backside for Danker. Hammers but can't put it down as the Warriors deflect it at the net. Popped up in the air and pushed over the net by Parsons for North Union. Now it's Hoagland setting near side for Eastman. Eastman puts that one through 2 defenders in the back row, and it's 5-4. 1-point lead for North Union, but a well-timed kill for Graceland Eastman, who is starting to heat up here as this match goes on. Playing in set number 4 right now here on KLGA Algona, 92.7 FM, and at the Algona Radio YouTube stream, as Garmin serves over the net. Warriors hit it into the ceiling, and a free ball delivered over by Coy. Garmin up front to Nielsen, stays out of the net, sets Peterson, and Peterson finishes off that point. What a job by Rakaya Nielsen not to touch the net. Knew that she had Jenna Peterson right in her hip pocket there, and Peterson able to flush that ball to tie us up at 5. Garmin another serve sends Anderson backpedaling. Hoy is set for Parsons. Left-handed attack doesn't go down as Garrigan plays good defense of the net. Nielsen gets it in the middle to Peterson. Peterson pushes it across. Now can the Warriors set up something here? Ulrich into the back row to Garmin, deflected backwards. Near the boundary is Bartolo, and gets it middle to Peterson, who free balls it over to North Union. Dime up front to Hoy, sets it outside for Ulrich. Ulrich had it blocked back into her lap, pinballed around, but North Union cannot return it. The Bishop Garrigan blocking has been relentless so far tonight, and it's 6-5 Golden Bears. 3 points in a row, and once again, the Garmin serving. Garmin off the bench giving North Union a few issues as this serve is sent to the boundary. Ulrich stays out of the net and centers the ball to Parsons, who free balls it to Bishop Garrigan. Nielsen setting Eastman left side. Eastman elevates and delivers. 7-5 Golden Bears. A perfect set to Eastman right in the breadbasket, and she is not going to miss one like that. It helps being 6 feet tall as well, where you can just sky above the net and hit straight downwards onto the Warrior court. As Anderson in the back row sends the serve towards the student section. That ball just stayed in play, and it's sent over by Hoy for North Union. Peterson to Eastman, plays it over the shoulder back to North Union. Ulrich to Hoy, dumps it over on second contact. Eastman right there for Bishop Garrigan. In the middle, Peterson. Peterson smashes that one towards the back row, but it line drives out of bounds, and the Warriors get a point there to make it 7-6. Boy, excellent job by the Warriors to save a ball in this small gym. A ball sent towards the boundary that would be very playable in most gyms, but here in this North Union Gymnasium where the student section is right on top of the floor, the student section nearly had a souvenir earlier in that point. Price serves over the net. Eastman sends it back the other direction, but she sends it out of bounds, and we are tied at 7. Much needed back-to-back points by North Union as we continue the tug of war here in this fourth set. The Warriors senior Price sets up towards the far side of the court, hits it towards Eastman. It's a ceiling ball, and Bishop Garrigan cannot keep this one alive. Berkey had the second touch, but when you try to play one coming out of the ceiling like that, it throws off the whole offensive operation, and it's 8-7 North Union. End over end serve, played at the boundary by Eastman. Nielsen sets it up for Hoagland, the left-handed attack, cross court, and she plants it in the corner. We are tied at 8 as Hoagland gets in on the act for Bishop Garrigan. She brings a powerful left-handed stroke for the Golden Bears, and you didn't see it a whole lot earlier in her career of her taking that setting role, but Rakai Nielsen doing some great job setting for Bishop Garrigan, allowing Hoagland to attack a few times as well as Walders smashes that ball, but Garrigan blocks it right back into her lap, and it's 9-8 Golden Bears. Eastman will serve right now, down to our right. Spins the ball in her palm and offers the serve up towards Dime on the North Union side. Passes up front to Hoy, looks outside to Ulrich. Ulrich's attack got blocked back to her, and it's a Bishop Garrigan point. Peterson and Hoagland on the outside. Warriors called for a lift, trying to rescue that ball, and it's 10-8 Bishop Garrigan. Eastman arcs the serve over. Dime plays it for North Union. Hoy dumps it over on second contact, and it's punched out of bounds by Nielsen. Hoy has done that a couple of times tonight, but the first time that she's really caught Bishop Garrigan off guard of one of those. And it's a 1-point margin, 10-9, the Golden Bear lead in set number 4. Walders over to our left to serve it. Spins it over the net. Eastman plays it near the boundary, finds Hoagland. In the middle, Peterson. Peterson puts it down again. Bishop Garrigan starting to feed Jenna Peterson in the middle of that attack, and it's 11-9 Golden Bears. Take us in for the front row. In for Nielsen. Hoagland serving right now. She'll send it over the net. Price fishes it out for North Union. An attack from the right side by Ulrich doesn't go down. Is now the Golden Bears set up Bartolo. She'll float it over the top. Nice job covering the ball by Price for North Union. Hoy will set it up for Ulrich. Ulrich drills it off the body of Tegas, and that one will stick for a North Union point. It's 11-10 now. No room to breathe yet in this fourth set for either of these schools. A 2-1 Bishop Garrigan lead. 11-10 Golden Bears in set 4 as Ulrich sends it over. Dug by Eastman in the back row. It's a ceiling ball. Well played by Hoagland. Bartolo smashes that one. It's blocked by North Union, but it's out of bounds. Boy, you don't see that every day. The Warriors blocked it in the front row, and it went out of bounds, not to the left or the right, but out of bounds, out beyond the Garrigan baseline with the force Bartolo smoked that ball with. 12-10. Berkey rifles this one over the net. Dug by Price for North Union. Here's the set for Dime. Dime parachutes in, and she pounds this ball into the Garrigan hardwood. Another good set. Another good attack from the left side by Dime, who loves to be up front and loves to be on the left side of the court where she can just really tee off. It is Hoy, the North Union sophomore, serving near side. It trickles over the tape and drops in. Hoy topspun that ball. Hit flush off that tape, but then crawled over the net and delivers North Union a point. Ties up at 12 apiece. Hoy reloads, sends it back row to Berkey. Finds Hoagland, now Danker near the boundary, hits it across the way, and it is just out of bounds. The North Union student section helping out with that call as well, but the officials saw it all the way around, and it's 13-12 North Union. Hoy serves down the near side of the court. Eastman overpasses the ball. Smoked over the net by Colgrove, but dug out by Eastman. Pushed across by Danker. Deflected in the front row by North Union. Dime hits it across court. Dime out of bounds. And we are tied at 13 here in set number 4 as Emmy Bartolo will serve once again. She has engineered the biggest runs of the night for Bishop Garrigan by setting the tone with her serves. As Ulrich receives the serve, it is a bump set by Hoy, the tap over the net by Colgrove. Right there is Hoagland for Bishop Garrigan. Take it setting Eastman, she stumbles a little bit, hits it down the line, and it is out of bounds. 14-13 North Union. Eastman got tied up in her own feet that time, and Bishop Garrigan cannot land an attack as the Warriors go ahead by 1. Down to our left, Anderson. Towards the far boundaries, Tigges. Ball will stay out of the ceiling. Hoagland in the middle of the danker. She'll shoot it across the net. Warriors ready for it. Punched by Hoy, and that ball lands in no man's land. Hoy was focused on not getting called for a lift there, so she hit that ball with a closed fist, but towards the near side corner where nobody was home for North Union. And it's a 14-14 tie as Rakai Nielsen is on to serve for Bishop Garrigan. Nielsen with the serve, but I think she stepped on the baseline. She did. Nielsen stepped on the baseline as she was serving, and that's a point for North Union. 15-14 Warriors. A freebie there will give Dime the serve. Dime winds it up and fires the serve over the net. Golden Bears get it over to Eastman, who will push it across. Anderson for North Union finds Hoy up front. Sets toward the left-hander Parsons, and Parsons trickles that one over the net, and it drops in for a Warrior point. 16-14, trying to reestablish some momentum right now. Bishop Garrigan's had a little trouble there reading the ball off the hands of Parsons, the North Union southpaw. The dime serve, the dig by Berkey on the Garrigan side. Nielsen sets for Eastman. Eastman hits it, but it's blocked by North Union. Walder's able to stuff that ball and make it 17-14. And Coach Schnurr calls a timeout for Bishop Garrigan. 3-point North Union lead in set number 4 here on Hometown Radio KLGA and at the Algona Radio YouTube channel.
We've got more sports boosters making this broadcast possible.
Stroman Family Dental, giving you something to smile about.
Greenfield Spreading and Sales for all your spreading needs.
J&J Custom Meats in Whittemore, continuing the traditions.
West Bend Community Lumber, your local Marvin and Birch dealers.
West Bend Ford, meeting your service, new and used car sales needs.
Tangle Salon for cuts, colors, hair extensions, and massage therapy.
Bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Momentum North Union right now. Bishop Garrigan called a timeout to try to stem some of that momentum as the Warriors are on top 17-14 in the 4th set. Bishop Garrigan's ahead 2-1, so the Warriors must win to force the 5th set and extend the season. Serve sent over by Dime and played by Berkey for Bishop Garrigan. Tapped over by Eastman, and Hoy had the dig for North Union, but the ball is right to Danker, and Danker taps it over and drops it in for a Bishop Garrigan point. 17-15 Golden Warriors, that is, ahead of the Golden Bears. As Emma Garman back in here to get some serving going for Bishop Garrigan. Garman helped serve Bishop Garrigan back into this one at the end of the 3rd set when the Golden Bears were behind, but Warriors ultimately pulled it out as Ulrich plays the free ball back to the Bishop Garrigan side. Nielsen sets for Hoagland. Hoagland taps it over, sent right back to her, but she'll push it across. And we have a whistle at the net. It is a Bishop Garrigan point. I believe there was some contact there from the North Union front row players, and it's 17-16. 1-point margin again. Garrigan student section trying to provide a little juice here for Garman. She'll serve. She got Dime turned sideways. Anderson up front. A scramble for North Union and a saved ball by Walters, who punched it over. Now it's Eastman. Eastman, big hammer, but can't put it down as Dime digs in the back row. Ulrich smashes it the other way. Off the Garrigan block, and that one will stick on the Golden Bears side. Ainsley Ulrich with the kill, and it's 18-16 North Union. Golden Bears getting everything situated lineup-wise as Garman goes to the bench. And Price serving right now for North Union. With some big points upcoming right here from the far side. End over end serve. Tumbles into the arms of Eastman. Popped up in the air by Nielsen. And free ball played over by Bartolo. Price for the dig. Hoy setting it up, curling around his Walders. Hits it over. A nice dig by Bartolo again. Nielsen sets for Eastman. Eastman smashes that ball but can't put it down as the Warriors tip it at the net. The set by Hoy. Outside Ulrich. Ulrich floats it over and it drops in. Garrigan sent 2 blockers there, but no one in the back row could get up there quickly enough to cover that ball, and it's a North Union point to make it 19-16. Price Angles the serve down the line. Eastman gets it up to Nielsen, looking for Hoagland. Takes a full swing at that one, but North Union sends it right back her way. Punched over by Walters. Now it's Eastman attacking. Eastman can't get that ball over the net. 20-16, North Union. 4-hit call against Bishop Garrigan. And Coach Schnur may want another timeout. He will take it. Timeout called by Bishop Garrigan, their final of this set. North Union up 20-16, trying to force the 5th set here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube channel.
We've got more Sports Boosters bringing you this broadcast.
Northwest Bank, commitment you can bank on.
American Glass, for all your glass needs, think American.
Algona Frame and Auto Body, we meet by accident.
Algona Livestock, sales every Monday.
Farm and Home Services, view their listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Holmes Animal Clinic, animals large and small, they love them all.
The Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
All sponsors of this game broadcast.
As we come back, Price sends a serve out of bounds for North Union, and it's 20-17. Garrigan is down by 3 right now. Another quick timeout as Eastman offers up the serve. Dime takes the first ball. Here's a set for Walters. On the right side, can't put it down as Garrigan now sets up Bartolo on the attack. Ball is tipped, covered by Price, but deflected backwards as Price will free ball the hit over the net to Bishop Garrigan. Hoagland near the net, taps it over, but that's going to be a lift. That one's about as clear as it gets. Hoagland called for the lift, and it's 21-17 North Union. Not a quick timeout by Coach Schnur. It's a 1-2-3 walk back in timeout. As that message, whatever it was, took 10 seconds or less. Garrigan down by 4 right now. Walters end-over-end serve. Tumbles into the hands of Eastman. The set by Hoagland. Miscommunication Garrigan, but the ball sneaks over the net and it drops in. Golden Bears catch a massive break. Miscommunication between Peterson and Bartolo as to who should take that ball. Bartolo had to react last second. Made that third touch just hoping that it would get over the net, and it just did drop over. Warriors did not think that would get over. They didn't play it, and it's 21-18 as the serve by Hoagland twists over the net. Played by North Union. Ulrich cross-court attack. Ulrich out of bounds. 21-19 now. The Golden Bears have a little late set magic in them once again. Trying to avoid a 5th set are the Golden Bears as Hoagland left hands the serve over the net. Played by Anderson on the first ball. The set by Hoy, and the hit over the net by Price. Now here's the set for Peterson. Peterson attacking to the corner, and Peterson plants it. Off the set by Hoagland, and it's 21-20. 1-point margin. North Union's lead has been trimmed to 1 once again. With Hoagland taking a look towards our bench. Sent over the net. Price and Anderson converge. Price takes the ball. Hoy gets it over to Price again, and she'll free ball it back to the Bishop Garrigan side. Berkey to Hoagland to Bartolo, hammers and deflected back over by North Union, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, and it's tied at 21. They tried to block it. They had the deflection, but it flutters into the scoring table near side. And it's a brand new set, 21 apiece. Arced over by Hoagland on the serve. Anderson up front to Hoy. Here is Ulrich flying in for the attack. Blocked by Peterson, but floated back over by North Union. Peterson tries again. Ball deflected in the back row. A scramble, and the Warriors can't save it. Players stumble over each other, and Bishop Garrigan goes up 22-21. And Coach Hoy asking for a timeout for North Union. The Golden Bears have retaken the lead late in this 4th set. Just to reset things here, was dominant in the first set by Bishop Garrigan, winning 25-13. In set 2, Golden Bears got the big early lead. North Union rallied late, but it would be a 25-22 Golden Bear lead to take the win and go up 2-0. In the 3rd set, North Union this time got out to the big early lead. They were up by 8. Golden Bears rallied. They took a 22-21 lead late, but the Warriors inched back ahead to win the 3rd set, 25-23. Now in the 4th set, Bishop Garrigan trying to overcome a North Union lead as the Golden Bears have turned this around and taken a 22-21 lead. A win tonight. They move on to face St. Ansgar on Wednesday. Warriors were up by 4 moments ago, seemingly, as the service sent over. Anderson plays it for North Union. Ulrich near the boundary, gets back in the middle of the Price. Hits it end over end to Bishop Garrigan. Hoagland sets, Bartolo flies in. Big attack, and Bartolo puts it down! 23-21 Golden Bears. The senior delivers a big-time kill. And the Golden Bears are 2 points away from stunning North Union in this 4th set. Warriors have led most of the way here in set number 4. Hoagland sends it over. Price backpedaling, passing up front to Hoy. Looking outside, attack by Colgrove, and she wipes it off the block. The lefty attacking from the left side, and it's back down to one. 23-22. Desperate times for North Union. The conference ace leader, Ainsley Ulrich, with the ball in her hands, sends it over to Eastman. A more conservative serve that time. A set on the backside for Peterson, and it's stuffed. It is stuffed by Colgrove, and we are tied at 23. North Union read that Bishop Garrigan play the whole way. And now it's a race to see who can get 2 points in a row first. Ulrich sends it over, received by Berkey, set by Hoagland near side of Bartolo. Bartolo flies in, can't put the attack down as it's dug by Anderson. Pushed across by Colgrove for North Union. Hoagland sets it up for Bartolo, floats it over the top. Right there, Price for the Warriors, near the net. Hoy punches it, and this is a Bishop Garrigan point. Hoy's backside was into the net that time, trying to save the point. And now some discussion amongst the officials as to whether they agree on that call. And they do, it's a Bishop Garrigan point. They're gonna signal lift, but they could have said lift, net violation. Regardless, it's 24-23, set point, match point for Kate Berkey and the Golden Bears. Berkey sends it over, the ball's taken by Anderson. Finds Hoy, looking for Dime. Dime flies in, down the line, out of bounds, out of bounds. Golden Bears win, Golden Bears win. 25-23 in the fourth set, and it's all over here in North Union. The Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears have a date with #1 ranked St. Ansgar on a Wednesday night. They stun the Warriors in the fourth set, rallying to win by 2. Bishop Garrigan wins the first 2 sets, 25-13 and 25-22. Warriors win the third set, 25-23, and the Golden Bears will take set number 4 by the same count of 25-23 to end this one here tonight. With the win, Bishop Garrigan moves to 12-18, and they'll play Wednesday against St. Ansgar. Warriors end their season at 14-10. We'll take one final timeout and wrap it up after this on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and ELGO Radio YouTube stream.
The following is a production of Home.
We've got more sports boosters making this broadcast possible.
Greg Penning and Company, certified public accountants, where everyone counts.
Redding Gravel and Excavating, serving Algona and the surrounding area since 1948.
State Line Cooperative, real people, real pride.
Central Financial Group, where you belong.
Murphy Farm Services, your local Generac and Cummins authorized sales and service center, meeting your ag electrical needs and more.
North Iowa Appliance Center, where they sell the best and service the rest.
All sports club members bringing you this game.
Thank you to these sports boosters, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, a fresh approach to real estate.
Nielsen Trucking, just east of Algona on McGregor Road. Your project is their priority.
Al Lobig Marine in Wesley, your authorized Mercury Repower Center dealer.
The Market, be happy, shop the Market.
Reitzel Excavating, unearthing possibilities one dig at a time.
Kasuth Regional Health Center, your home for health care.
Algona Feed Store, home for all your feed needs.
Bring you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Wrapping things up tonight from North Union High School, where the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears defeat the North Union Warriors in 4 sets. But I'll tell you what, folks, this is another classic Bishop Garrigan versus North Union matchup. 3 out of the 4 sets were decided by 3 points or less. After that Garrigan blowout in the first set, it was pretty much even volleyball the rest of the way tonight. In fact, if you look at the point margin over the final 3 sets, Garrigan only outscored North Union by 1 point. But the important thing is, they win 2 of those final 3. Overall, they win tonight in 4 sets. And the Golden Bears are moving on to visit St. Ansgar, the #1 ranked team in the state, and the regional quarterfinals coming up on Wednesday night. Again, it was just kind of to recap things here tonight. Golden Bears came out well, and I mentioned the rest versus rust thing early on, and I think that was relevant. North Union hadn't played for 9 days since playing at the North Iowa tournament and finishing off the season with 5 consecutive wins. And it was apparent in that first set that the Warriors were trying to feel out the Golden Bears, figure out the serve receive, and trying to get things going as the Golden Bears won that first set 25-13. They went on a couple of huge runs as they went on a 14-4 run to finish things off after the score was 11-9 early on. But overall, Golden Bears controlled things in that first set. Second set looked like it was going to be the same. Warriors got behind early, but to their credit, they started to figure things out. They fought back at the end. The Bishop Garrigan had enough of a lead to hang on and win that second set. And after that, we were off to the races, back and forth, even volleyball. It looked like in this fourth and final set, North Union would hang on to win it. They were up by 4, 21-17 if my memory serves me correctly. But like you've seen multiple times this season from the Garrigan volleyball team, they don't quit. They don't get down and out. out. Even when they're down late, down to the final couple of points, they find a way to fight back, and they did that tonight, stealing the fourth set from North Union and stunning the Warriors on their home hardwood to move on to Wednesday night. Bishop Garrigan moves to 12-18 of the victory, and they will win 2 out of 3 this season from North Union. But again, all 3 of those matches, very competitive, could have gone either way. Warriors will end the season at 14-10, and they will graduate 3 seniors of Olivia Price, Bradley Dime, and Macy Colgrove. Some long faces on the Warriors side. I know Dime felt especially bad. She had that last attempt for North Union and hit it out of bounds, but the last person who should feel bad tonight is Bradley Dime, as she was the kill leader in the conference this year for North Union and had some huge kills tonight for the Warriors. At times, she took over this match, but ultimately, Bishop Garrigan was just too much tonight. Golden Bears doing a great job blocking in the front row, a great job putting pressure on the North Union defense, and a better job serve receiving than they did the previous 2 times against North Union as they tried to neutralize that biggest weapon, the serving for North Union, and the attacking of Bradley Dime. So a good season for the Warriors, but it comes to an end tonight at the hands of Bishop Garrigan, who will play at 7 o'clock Wednesday against 25-4 St. Ansgar. We'll have you covered on Wednesday night, as we will have it right here on 92.7 KLGA, and the video stream live here on the Algona Radio YouTube channel as well. That'll do it for tonight. Big thank you to all our sports club members, our postseason sponsors, and our video streaming sponsors as well, making this broadcast possible. I'm Tyler Lance, signing off. Once again, Bishop Garrigan tonight defeats North Union in 4 sets on KLGA Hometown Radio.